going on? We are about a little over a week and almost 2 weeks in on the GTV, which is right over here, and the new treaded tire, the Pioneer. Loving this board. I feel like I added a turbo to my board, just unlocked all the features. It's truly amazing. I also recently installed a Pint V in my son's Pint. Got a little bit of riding on that, almost got up to 20 miles an hour. I hit about 85% duty cycle at about 19.7, I think. And I didn't feel it, but it did go red on the duty cycle, which freaked me out, so I let off the throttle. But yeah, I just want to go for a little float around here and talk about my feelings. I have started messing around a little bit in the Vesk tool app, as well as the custom profiles in Floaty, and it has been amazing. I'm still trying to refine my settings, but we're getting there slowly and surely. And as I start getting more comfortable with it, then I'm just going to start advancing up and really dialing things in. But the process has been great, and yeah, I'm enjoying every minute of it. So. Couple more times, definitely get that. Okay, I didn't know that section was there. I just my one wheel just landed on my toe. Not like to go up that, but I couldn't come down that if I would have given it a little more speed. But that was my first time going through it, so I didn't know what I was in for. So you're here, they've torn up all the bike trails up here. There was a park up there. That park is completely gone. A couple of kids' parks. There was a bridge. The bridge is gone. It'll be cool when it gets done. But now we're looking for a new practice spot. Riverside Park. So as you can see here in the Floaty app, I currently have 443.8 miles, 80% battery. There you can see my ICT one-wheel GTV tune. If I hit the bottom right corner here, I can go in to tweak the settings. So I have tweaked the nose stiffness. It was closer to 6. I've got it down to 4. Tail stiffness, I have brought that down, and I'm having a hard time nudging up curbs, so I think I'm going to bring that down to 2 and see if that makes a difference. I think I'm going to have to think about carb till ATR intensity. It's at 9. I think that's been feeling fine, so I'm going to leave that there. But this is the basic settings here. And in the upper right, if I hit this button here, you have the detailed tuning and advanced tuning. And that here you can see it says sliders for basic adjustment of board feel. That's where I'm at now. And then detailed tuning, it's like basic but with additional options for fine tuning. And the advanced tuning gives you all the available tuning fields for maximum control. We're not there yet, but we'll get there. So I'm going to go ahead and save and apply. And that tune is now saved. So there we go. I am running the Float Life theme, which is pretty sick. So you've got the Float Life Tiffany blue and kind of the float logos throughout the menu there. Pretty sick. But we're going to move on and head over to Oak Park. See how the brakes feel now. I don't know if you can see this because of the invisible selfie stick, but I actually have it crammed in between my rear flight fender and my tire to hold the camera up. It fits in there perfectly. All right. As you can see, out of the box. I get a little bit of that play with my nose that I like. It feels good. Yeah, I think the rear's a little bit looser. GT would have been screaming. GTV, baby, GTV. Single track rig. Local one-wheel group, I might need to come out here with some of our own trimming tools. Oh, let's go in here. I just lost it that chunk. GTV just goes over the chunk like it's struggling with on the GT that I'm expecting to have trouble with it. GTV climbs right over it. I mean, it's crazy. It's like a whole different board. I freaking love it. So definitely highly recommend. Went on a group ride last Friday and had a couple guys on stock GTs out there. And they jumped on the GTV and they're like, yo, how do I get one of those? So yeah, it's an immediate feeling of just safety. I mean, the board feels strong and you just feel much safer going through chunk. Brakes are stronger when you're going down steep inclines. You've got the ATR that keeps the tail up and the nose up when you're climbing. And I can't stress enough how easy it was to install. Literally no soldering. You've swapped the headlights, swapped the controller. The one issue I did have was the motor plug. I couldn't get it to seat properly with the stock FM, the plastic motor plug. I just couldn't get it to seat and lock in properly. So I just went to the Float Life and bought one of their metal locking rings and locked up immediately. Feels super, super snug, super tight, and it also matches all the orange on the board. So it's the same colors as the cold blocks. Even though you can't see it, you know, it matters. But yeah, loving the GTV so far. I'm going to do a first impressions of the Pint V, but really you're going to be hearing a lot of the same thing that I'm saying about the GTV here. It's just an amazing upgrade. You know, it had 4,000 plus miles on the stock pint. That was actually my first one wheel. It's now my son's. He's put over 3,000 of those miles on that board. So it's been a great board. I mean, FM makes a great product. It's, you know, just a little too locked down. Props to FM though, you know, supplying parts for repairability. That is great. It's great to see that. I'd like to see a little bit more breakdown on some of the components, you know, like the modules. Like, it would be nice to just get a replacement ESC, like the controller. It'd be nice to just get, I did see they have controller lids, but it'd be nice to get some battery lids also for the GT. My board ghosted a while back and smacked into the tree. It smacked into a tree on the rear bumper, and I thought the only damage it did was to the bang bumpers, because I'd never gotten into the battery compartment. But when I had to swap the BMS for the GTV kit, that's when I noticed that the two screws that sit on the rail here and hold onto the battery box, they were cracked. So they're broken, so those screws are just sitting kind of loose. And I can't find a replacement battery cover from FM. They only sell the entire GT battery module, which is expensive, and I just need the lid. So I'd like to see that, but yeah, props to FM. They did just announce the Pint S, which I think is a great board. I just don't think they should have went with the S naming convention on that, since it's pretty much a Pint X with new firmware and new hardware. You know, foot pads, tire, mag handle pro. I don't know. I feel like they should have called it the Pint XR or something, not the Pint S. But that's just my opinion. It is a cool board. I'm tempted to get one just because it looks sick. It's the same price as the Pint V, $1,400. Not a bad price point at all. And definitely want to check it out. Right now I've got a stock XR with Vario rails on it. And of course I've got my GTV. And then my son's Pint V now. And I wouldn't mind having a Pint S in the quiver. It's a little downtown city ripper. It's just not in my budget right now. I put a lot into the GTV and the Pint V, but that might be something for the future. We will see what happens. Yeah. So as far as my impressions of the GTV overall, it's a great buy. It's a must-have. There's no reason not to do it. Now, I'm not saying you should go out if your controller's working fine or you're under warranty and you should replace that. No. Honestly, I was happy with the stock GT. You know, even though I was annoyed with the buzzing and the pushback, it still is a great board. I only went with the GTV controller because my controller died at, was it around 5,800 miles or something like that, almost 6,000 miles. It just stopped. I couldn't turn the board on. It wouldn't take a charge. And so then my options were at that time, okay, I can get another controller module from FM and get my board back to the way it was, which was good, or I could get a GTV and really unlock the full power, which is what, you know, it's what I had to do. I mean, I got to see what power is locked behind FM software, and it's a lot. It's amazing how much it is that Future Motion governs behind their firmware. GT is a powerful board. You just gotta get out of the FM lockdown, and GTV, or really VESC in general, is the way to do it. But the GTV is the easiest way to do it, so highly recommend. Thanks for watching and listening to me ramble, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.